Good evening, everyone, and welcome out to beautiful Chenault Vineyards here in Richmond, Kentucky. He's Dawson Roll. I'm Michael Watkins. We are live at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event, Dawson, and a busy weekend for EKU football. With this event really taking place all day today, and then tomorrow, of course, the spring game and all the festivities that take place with it.
Like you said, kicking off a big weekend, and it's going to kind of be a party tonight. You know, EKU's finest for the football team all joining together, just kind of to celebrate and do it for a good cause to get suits for these seniors. Hence the name Suits for Seniors.
Now, it's a big deal tonight, a big party, if you will, here with EKU football. It's kind of a lot of different things taking place. Registration and the cocktail hour have already started, and we've already had to kick Dawson off of the cocktail bar. He's getting a little too excited for us, but we're having a lot of fun out here. The dinner will be served at 7 p.m. I don't know if you and I can wait till 7 p.m. because it's right over there and it smells absolutely
We've already been getting
amazing.
teased for an hour about this barbecue. I'm about to go dig into it in commercial break.
I mean, you got the Sweet Baby Rays over there. I mean, it's hard to beat Sweet Baby Rays and some ribs, and it all smells really good. At 7:15, the reverse raffle will begin. Coach Walt Wells will be on stage around 7:55. He'll talk to the crowd and really build up the program in EKU football, which is coming off 2 good years. Last year, a little bit of a disappointing season, but still a good year all around, and some very exciting home games if you came to watch them at home. At 8 p.m., the live auction will begin, and then the silent auction will end at 10 p.m. So if you're out and about, this event is sold out, but you can still contribute to EKU football and be a fan of EKU football because, as we talked about, Dawson, you know, we know there's a bigger team up north, 30 or 45 minutes or so, but there's still a really good brand of collegiate football and a program with maybe even a more rich history and tradition here with EKU.
Yeah, I mean, they've won championships, tons of OVC championships we can't even count. Now they're in the UAC for who knows how long, as we know they're trying to get to the FBS. May start trying to win some titles there. So from start to finish with this Eastern football program, it's been success. It's been winning, and Coach Walt Wells is trying to make that continue, and he's got some good traditions going like this Suits for Seniors that help build money, which you need nowadays to get recruits and all that and maintain a good program.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out here. C.J. Conrad, former tight end for EK, for Kentucky's out here. And just a lot of really cool people just hanging out, having fun, celebrating EKU and all things Colonel football.
I mean, this is the time of year when you kind of get those spring practices going and you have a little bit of an itch for football, but you know it's going to be a while. So that's how you can get the fans together and get them excited for the next couple months, getting ready for the fall season.
Gage, while we're waiting to be joined by some of our guests here, let's just kind of pan around. We've got some shots of some of the folks that are making their way into the event, so you can kind of check that out. We're going to be joined later on by some of the folks from the Matter of Pride boosters, some of just EKU football supporters, and some really important people within the program itself, because, Dawson, it takes a lot. I mean, in the age of NIL, I mean, we've already seen, and honestly, if you're not under a rock and you are a sports fan in general, whether you're a Kentucky fan or whatever the case may be, we've really seen NIL come to light over the last year or two here. And even in Madison County, we've seen these guys just have to put money for it to keep a player like Parker McKinney around, or some of these other players that are sticking around, because these bigger schools, these programs that have a lot of money to throw at them, they come calling really quick, and they can pull a player away. And I'm not sure if that's even legal, but of course it'll happen because there's ways of getting around that. But with EKU football, what they do, what they try to build here, and what Wells has done in a short time, you and I have seen this program change, and it's a lot different than it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Well, even little things they've done tradition-wise, like bringing back the old school Pride Stripes logo, or bringing back, you know, different classes each year for each game to honor them for a home game or something like that. EKU football knows they're built on tradition, and for a while it slid a little bit, but they're trying to bring that back now to the forefront so they can be a competitor in the FCS and hopefully get the FBS here soon.
Well, we've seen a lot of changeover in the sports department in the last month.
That too.
With Matt Roan now leaving for James Madison. Matt was a big contributor in moving the sports department and EKU football forward and trying to take that next step, whether it is a conference change or whatever the case may be. That's been a big deal. We've seen in the last couple of years, since COVID, basically, We had the Opportunity Bowl.
Yes.
We had the year where all the other schools were taking the fall off. EKU did not. They played in the fall. They played a 9-game schedule, very successful with a couple of nationally televised football games on FS1 and ESPN. So they've definitely kind of revamped the sports department, Matt Rome being a big part of that. So losing him will hurt, but I think the person that comes in has a lot to work with and and I'm sure Matt, who's going to fulfill his duties, I think May 15th will be his last day. But just seeing everything that the sports department and the changeover with what they've done in the last couple of years has been really cool to be a part of, and you and I have kind of had a front row seat to it.
Yeah, we've got to see the growth, the change, and then hopefully this next season when the fall comes around, we'll get to see a really nice season that ends in a UAC championship and full support for EKU football, which we've gotten. I don't think it'll waver any, but we want to see more, and we want to see everybody come together, events like this, to support Eastern football and moving it forward in the NIL era.
Well, when we look at some of the things that are taking place here and we see some of the other moving parts, Grant Stepp.
Yep.
Just went to Kentucky State, I believe. That's a big loss for the sports department as well because Grant was very involved in events like this with the Colonel Club, with doing other things on campus with the sports department, so losing him also hurts. That's two really important pieces that the sports department has lost in the last couple of weeks, and trying to replace them in a time where we're getting ready for football season, spring football obviously wrapping up, and the NIL, a really big deal right now. We'll see how the sports department and football in general can kind of, I guess not manipulate that, but kind of counteract those changes within the department itself.
And with the transfer portal, we just recently lost that big name too. Braden Sloan might be going to a big school. So, but this is normal. It's not to be negative. I mean, this kind of happens at a lot of schools, not just smaller ones there too. So we just bring in new people who are right for the fit, and we help move the football program more forward.
Yeah, a lot going on here tonight as well. We've got the Maker's Mark. They're here on site, as is the Brothers Wright Distillery Incorporated.
Yeah,
they are here with us.
This boy behind us is doing some Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's a party, man. It really is. It is a lot of fun. And if you missed out this year, again, it's sold out tonight, so no more seating available. But if you missed out, be ready for next year, because as soon as this one's over, they'll be planning for next year's event. And this is going to be a yearly thing, because what they do, they take money from this event. They take money that they raise throughout the year, and they purchase suits for the seniors. Suits for Seniors is the event. And Austin, we know not every player is going to be able to fulfill that dream of playing in the NFL. We've seen Matt Jackson, Ryan Jackson,
TK McClendon.
TK McClendon, there you go. Matt Jackson, TK McClendon, part of the Titans roster at points this year. Those were two guys that were big parts of the year before, had their name on the back of an NFL jersey last season. But they went through this. They went through the Suits for Seniors. We got to talk to those guys quite a bit. And events like this just kind of helping build a resume for if the NFL doesn't come calling, or any of those other professional football leagues, you can still have a career somewhere else. We've seen K'Ron Colbert. There's another guy that works at Jack Burford. Zach that works at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We've seen Shane Burks and Tucker Schroeder, who gotten jobs from Suits for Seniors events. So this is a really big deal to kind of help push their future into a perspective of, you might not make it to the next level, but there's still a future out there for you. And events like this kind of help gear them for that next step in life.
And it's something that I'm surprised a lot of football programs haven't done. I'm glad it's exclusive to Eastern football. But, you know, a lot of coaches, we want to send our seniors off and have them well educated. But, you know, they don't think of these things, little things, like give them a suit or something. Are they going to be good at job interviews? Are they better at things than just playing football? Some places that's not the case. Here, they put an emphasis on that because, we know at a smaller school not everyone's going to the pros. Not everyone's going to the NFL. But they know when they leave Eastern, they're equipped with the right tools tools they need in order to be best prepared to get a good job afterwards.
Well, if you have your tickets and you're not out here yet, again, here's kind of the timeline of what will shake out tonight. The registration has begun. Cocktail hour is officially underway. The event will start with dinner served at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Reverse raffle will begin at 7:15. Coach Wells will step on stage and talk to the crowd, get them fired up at 7:55. At 8 p.m., the live auction will begin, and the silent auction will end at 10 p.m. So lots of really cool items available in there. We've seen different local places. There's a couple of getaways, hotel stays in there.
Sideline passes.
Roy Kidd, Maker's Mark bottle. A lot of those are in there as well. There's some Derby Woodford Reserve that I know you got your eye on.
Yeah,
and,
100%.
A lot of just really cool things to bid on as part of this event. As I lose my paper here.
No. I mean, we went and looked. There's a Jackson signed Titans helmet, things
Matt
like
Jackson
that.
signed Titans helmet.
Where else would you get a signed EKU NFL kind of mixed together helmet like that? Just really cool things. Bourbon barrel EKU football things you can put up on the wall. Lots of nice decorative things that you can get. And if you support Eastern football, these are not easy to get your hands on. So come on in here, put a bid on them for the silent auction. You might get lucky and get to take home a really cool item.
We're going to be talking to some of the folks that are important to the program itself, important to NIL, important to really all things EKU football as we go throughout the night. So we'll step aside for a moment. We'll let you guys kind of hang out, enjoy some of the live music, and we will be back here in a very short time. It's Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins, our producer, Gage Hill, live at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event. Folks, so glad to have you along with us. We are going to be here until 7 o'clock. That's when the event will officially begin and all the fun will get started. But thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be right back here in just a few moments. Hang out, listen to some music, and you might recognize somebody that's coming out here and really just celebrating EKU football tonight.
Oh, it's the best time in the spring to come out and gather with big notable names from Eastern and former players, coaches, everybody. So if you'd like Michael said, if you didn't make it this year, look for next year because it's going to get better every year like it did from last year to this year.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be talking to some great folks within the EKU football realm. We'll speak to those guys when we come back. Suits Seniors event, Chuck Harden. Now, you are part of the committee for this event, and it's awesome. And moving it out here, I think, was a good idea, too. There's more room, and this weather's kind of perfect for an event like this.
It's a great venue, and it kind of just is a step up from previous events. We're trying to make it better every year and trying to expand it a little more, and this was able to hold a few more people than we had here last year, so it looks like a smart choice.
Now, when you guys found out, I guess it was this week whenever everything sold out, how special is that? Because I think it really just shows the support this program has really kind of gathered over the last couple of years, and we're really just full steam ahead right now.
Yeah, I think Coach Wells has done a great job getting involved in the community.
Yes.
He tries to do everything in Richmond, and seems to have gathered a lot of that support back that we've lost over the years.
Yeah, and it's not just Coach Walt. We see with a lot of coaches at EKU doing that. But Walt is he's so easy to talk to. He's fun. He's entertaining. And I think part of now being a collegiate coach is you also have to kind of be a salesman. And Walt's really good at not only selling the program, but selling the young men that he brings into the program as well.
I agree with you. He does a good job selling everything, and all the coaches up there. I didn't mean, I mentioned him specifically since it's a football event tonight, and he's the one out promoting his event to raise the money for the suits for the senior football players. So that's the reason. But I think all the universities have done a great job. You know, Matt's leaving us, but I think he's done a great job with community engagement too.
Yeah.
And I think because all the community engagement brings out the support to be able to sell out the event.
When you see an event like this, obviously it's packed tonight, and you're on the board. So when will you start planning for next year's event? Is it tomorrow you guys will get together and kind of recap, or will you take a weekend off and then maybe next week kind of look at what you can improve on for next year?
I think we've already started on next year. So based off what we've done this year, what we can do to expand, we've got a special Maker's Bottle tonight that honors Coach Kidd. That's one of the auction items, and to hopefully raise some money for the program. And we've already reached out to Makers is here tonight. Yeah. So we're looking at hopefully getting a barrel of Makers next year.
Oh, wow.
And actually do the actual pick ourselves, select the barrel of bourbon, dip it in maroon wax, and have something extra special next year. So it's already started for next year, like I said.
Now, you've got on your shirt there the Maroon Fund.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that, because we know, and if you, again, we talked about it already, unless you've been living under a rock and you're a sports fan, we know what NIL is. So if somebody is watching this and maybe they want to get involved in the Maroon Fund and maybe kind of with the NIL here for EKU, what's the best way to do that?
My son, Zach Harden, runs the Maroon Fund for the university, so that's the reason I'm wearing it tonight. But you can reach out to him directly. His phone number is 859-200-9839. Okay. You can also go to our website, maroonfunds.com. Okay. You can actually submit a request, information on it, to get information back. You can send us your information. We can contact you. So those are the two easiest ways, is either the website, maroonfunds.com, or to reach out to Zach directly. And he works along with a bunch of community partners and business people gathering donations, but is always looking for more support. Like you see across the country, unfortunately, that's the state we're in. I think next 4 to 5 years, as a judge, I can't solicit donations or ask people for money. So
I'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, you can help him with that. I wear it to support him, but it is a big step of the program. It's another step that university supports it. They're a corporate partner of the university. So kind of goes hand in hand what you have to do today. To not only get athletes, but what I think we've done here is keep the athletes we've got.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And that's an important thing, folks. Maroonfunds.com. Go on there, find more information. Again, if you are an EKU football supporter, that's probably, other than coming to the games and going crazy when we win and when we're playing, that's probably the best way to get involved and really support.
It is, and I mean, obviously, university needs money for athletics. Matter of Pride Club's what this event is for tonight, but also they do raise some money tonight for the Maroon Fund. So Maroon Fund's got a table here. Zach's working the table tonight, so some donations will be made to NIL tonight. It benefits all student athletes, not only football. We also do it for basketball, volleyball, softball, track and field, so women's basketball. So it's right now I think we've got contracts with at least 6 or 7 sports on campus.
Okay,
so,
well there you go.
So it benefits all student athletes.
All right, Chuck, appreciate you. I know you're out there having a good time. Go up there, keep celebrating EKU football, and thanks for coming over and talking to us.
Thank you.
All right. Dawson, we'll step aside again, Gage. And, folks, again, just go online, check it out. And if you want more information on this event, you can go just type in Suits for Seniors EKU on Google. There's an article on their website that talks more about this event. That's a great place to go as well. We'll step aside, be right back again. Going to find some more folks to talk to here live at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event at the beautiful Chenault Vineyards here in Richmond. All right, we're back here at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event. We're here with Bobby Scannell from the Warren Cleat Club. It's a club that's really been around for a long time with EKU football. Talk about what the Warren Cleat Club is and how important it is to EKU football.
Yeah, Warren Cleat Club was started in the mid-'60s.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's been around for a long time.
By the guys that played in the Grantland Race Bowl and won that. So it was brought about to honor the guys that, once they're done playing, to continue bringing all the brotherhood, the camaraderie of EKU football.
Okay.
So nowadays, I started probably about 5 years ago. I took it over as the president. And what we're trying to do now is continue that same tradition. It's been going on for years, every year since the 60s. I think 67 is when it started.
Okay.
And now we have the tailgate lot now, the Warren Cleat Club tailgate lot. Any kid that plays, any manager, coach, anybody involved with EKU football, once they're done, they become a member of the Warren Cleat Club.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, and we talked about before we came over here, you said you played in 82, right? So 82 to 85.
Yes.
College sports has obviously changed tremendously since then. So talk about that and kind of what you all do now in trying to help the university and the football program move in the right way with how sports are changing.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously been a lot of changes, especially the last few years of college football with the transfer portals and NIL. That's a whole other topic, another day. So, but Warren Cleat Club, what we do and how we try to get involved is when I first took over, we never had a fundraising group for football. It was always ran through the Warren Cleat Club.
Yeah.
So Danny Hope, Coach Hope and I put our heads together, a couple other people, Luis Diaz was the board chair at the time, talked about putting together Warren Cleat Club / Matter of Pride boosters, football boosters. So now it's actually, I think the last 5 years is the Matter of Pride boosters has really taken off.
Okay.
And probably, I want to say around 70–80% of the boosters are ex-players.
Yeah.
But we still, we didn't want to put the onus on the Warren Cleat Club members to be the main fundraising arm of EKU football. We still, we still get involved with it. We, again, like I said, 70–80% of the Warren Cleat Club gives money to Matter of Pride boosters, and it consists of about 70–80% of the givers from Matter of Pride boosters. And that's really come a long way. The last 5 years, we've raised, gosh, I don't have the exact number, but I'd say probably close to $500,000 for EKU football.
Okay. Yep. And that's a big deal because, again, in the age that we're in with, the equipment's more expensive. The traveling is more expensive. So all those things you have to be able to kind of, if you want your program to succeed, you have to be able to keep up. And, when you have EKU football, even if you don't want to compare it to a Power 5 school, we're trying to get players too. And those players come here, they see our facilities, they see the stadium, and they want to play in front of a big crowd, which, I think last year the attendance was great. I think top 15 in the country. And that's a big deal to see. Whenever you're a player, you go out there and you're on the CG Bank Field, Roy Kidd Stadium, and you look up and you see the fans packed or the stands packed. That is a really big deal. And I think being a part, having the Warren Cleat Club and the Matter of Pride boosters and everything else that goes along with EKU football is a big reason for that.
Yeah, sure. And it's the nice thing about the Matter of Pride boosters, and again, we still help out through the Warren Cleat Club on special occasions. Budgets are still pretty tight, especially at the FCS level.
Yes.
And we still want to be as competitive as we can. We want to compete with the group of 5 schools, and we do a pretty darn good job with what we do NIL and also with budgetary things, helping the program out through the Matter of Pride boosters. The nice thing about the Matter of Pride boosters is 100% of that money goes directly into football.
Yeah, that is a big.
And that really makes a big difference, and it really helps out coach and their staff on extra areas that they need.
If someone's seeing this and they would want to get involved with the Matter of Pride boosters, or even Colonel Club, or if the Warren Cleat Club, if they're a former player and they haven't been involved, what is the best way to go about doing that?
Yeah, the Matter of Pride boosters does have a link on the football football webpage
Okay.
at EKUsports.com.
Gotcha.
And there is a link there to become a member. And for the Warren Cleat Club, you know, they can go through there. It's a little bit harder to find the Warren Cleat Club link. They can reach out to anybody in the athletic department.
Okay.
They'll put them in touch with myself or Coach Hope with the Matter of Pride Boosters. And this way we can send them a link to get involved.
Okay, there you go. Is there anything else you want to touch on before you go? No, this event is awesome. I mean, there's just a ton of people here, and it's really good to see everybody kind of come out. You can kind of cut loose a little bit and just celebrate EKU football.
Yeah, I got to say, this event is amazing.
Yeah.
The last, you know, that's the third year, I believe. I was able to make the last year's. I wasn't able to make the first one. This venue is just absolutely incredible to be out here. I haven't been out this far since school.
Okay.
We used to come out here and have some fun back in the day. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, the whole Suits for Seniors is just, it just shows what Coach Wells, the athletic department, want to do for the players.
Yeah.
It's not just about football. You know, we have, you know, start the day off with the job fair. So all the juniors and seniors get to sit down and all the different companies that are involved. I want to say they had probably close to 40 out there today.
Oh, wow, okay.
Get to go around and take a look at the different players that would be a good mix for them, for their business. Suits for Seniors then takes it the next step where they dress the guys up. Nice fitted, you know, custom fitted suits, shirts, ties. And this also adds not just to the Suits for Seniors, but the money here goes to the football program as well. So yeah, the Suits for Seniors has done a great job. We hope to continue building this and growing it. But one heck of a venue.
Well, I appreciate your time stepping over here and talking to it. I know you're a busy man. Want to get out there and mingle a little bit. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
That's Bobby Skinnett with the Warren Cleat Club. Guys, we'll step aside and be right back. Lots of celebrating in EKU football going on. Thanks for hanging out with us here at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event at Chenault Vineyards. One of the busiest men tonight, Coach Walt Wells here with Suits for Seniors. First of all, how awesome is this tonight?
Oh.
This weather, I think it's kind of a little football weather too, right?
It feels good, got a little bite in the air, you know, but it's a great venue. Chenault Vineyards has been so good to us for this venue. Not that anybody else hasn't before. It's just, you know, this thing has grown, and we're really proud of that. We're really proud of people wanting to help our student athletes and our football players. You know, we had a great job fair today where we had, I forget, over 25, 30 people come interview our kids, and you know, and then we had a lot of seniors and juniors that participated in it, probably around 35.
Okay.
So it was a great afternoon. You know, everybody got a break. The kids are off until tomorrow when about 11, and then we get to come out and have a little fun tonight.
Talk about the spring game tomorrow too, and you know, it's obviously a big deal too. You kind of get to see some guys up close and go through your practices and everything, and then it culminates with the spring game tomorrow. Talk about that and some of the festivities that'll be going on with the spring game.
Well, the good thing is we have our, like I said, you know, our guys get to come out. The first 2 quarters will be really, really competitive, and then the last quarter we're going to let the clock run and try to get out of there with any injuries. But at halftime we have the Madison County Youth Football League coming and playing a game. We're going to give our awards that we give, which is the Roy Kidd Excellence Award.
Okay.
And you know, you'll know the guy that's getting it real well. And then we've got the Roy and Sue Kidd Manager of the Year Award, which is a scholarship. And then we give the Bobby Barton Trainer of the Year Award. After that, we're going to honor Coach Ison, and I have a little short video for him and his family. Okay. And then the little kids will get out there and play. Then afterwards, we have a clinic for the little kids, and our players will come back and work that clinic. So, and then obviously tailgating. I've already seen RVs in a lot. So it's an all-day event. Game starts at 3, but it's an all-day event. And it looks like the weather's going to be good, so I'm excited about that.
Well, it's a big deal to not only have this event, but then you have tomorrow as well. And it's just a weekend to celebrate your program and just really see all the people that support you throughout the year kind of come together, kind of cut loose a little bit, and just kind of, you know, talk a little bit, maybe folks they haven't seen in a while.
Right. Well, I don't want to correct you on this, but it ain't my program. I'm just a caretaker. There's a lot of people that have poured into this program over the years, and that's why everybody's here. That's why, because everybody cares, and I think it's important that we know that. And no, I know what you're saying. I appreciate it, but it's a great day. It's all EKU. Yeah. We want to be Richmond's team. We want to be Richmond's party. We want to be Richmond's everything. So we're trying our best to be the best we can be.
Well, the silent auction items in there, there's a lot of really cool ones, but I think one that you'll really appreciate is the Maker's Mark bottle with Coach Kidd and honoring him. And I know what he meant to you in your career. So to see that, I think that's a big deal. And those could be flying off the shelves.
Well, they are. And you know, it's so special to have, you know, the Kidd family say it's okay to do that and to still support us and support myself and what we're trying to accomplish here for not just for Coach but for every colonel that's out there. It's a great day, and you know, I know you guys are alums, and it's important that, you know, we make y'all proud.
Yeah. When you look back on when this party or this shindig, whatever you want to call it, when it first started, did you ever imagine it would turn into this?
I hoped it had. I knew after the first night when it was pretty good, I was like, all right, we're on to something here, guys. I think we got a chance to make it, you know, really good. And then last year was busting at the seams, and this year's the same thing. We sold out. We had to turn people away. You know, credit to Kim Davis, who's the chair of the committee. Credit to Chuck Harden and Jan Barnes, who are on the committee. Credit goes to Grant Stepp, who's now left and is Kentucky State's AD, but did a great job and will be here later on. Savannah Brunty, his assistant, who's done a great job. And then Thomas Bowling, who is our DFO, who does a lot of great things for this. And Jeff Griffith, my chief of staff. Those guys have done a phenomenal job.
One question. So obviously we've gotten this event out to Chenault Vineyards now. We've gotten this big, and it's growing and growing like you just said. What is an event like this, kind of not necessarily football related, but helping the players beyond football, what does that mean to y'all's program and growing it more?
Well, I think it's unique. I think one thing I noticed is Austin Peay is now trying to give to their, they went and got somebody to donate, and I think that's great. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right?
Yeah.
And so I think what it shows is that, we get on their tail on the practice field and in games, and we have to hold them accountable when they, games and at home, or when they do something. But we also care. We want them to have a head start in life. And everything about college is get it. Used to be college was get a degree and you got your head start. Well, I mean, a lot of people got degrees now, so now you got to give them a different opportunity. And I was blessed to be around some men that, you know, did all these things, but never all together. And I just said, we can do it. We'll put them all together, and we'll make this a great event. And, you know, it'd be good to know back and see how many suits we bought. But the good people in Colonel Nation have come out and donated their time, their money, and got these young men from cuff to collar a great suit.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. I know you got a lot of people to go talk to, mingle with.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out with
us.
us.
No more important than you two guys.
Oh, listen at him.
I'm just glad Dawson came. I'm just glad he wore maroon tonight.
I know. Listen.
Don't look at his tweets. He went to Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, tomorrow we're going to do a post-game interview. We're going to do a post-game interview after the spring game. We're going to post that so we get some stuff on Twitter about,
there you go.
About the Colonels.
There
right?
you go. Let's do it, all right? There you go.
Don't forget spring game tomorrow, 3 p.m. Folks, get out there, tailgate, and have all kinds of fun. And Dawson, they're having fun out here tonight. Obviously, with the Suits for Seniors event, it's a big deal. And we've seen a lot of faces out here. The Tom Luganbill that works for ESPN was a member of an EKU football team. They said Matt Rome will be out here. See Justin Dixon from Cuff to Collars over there as well.
Yeah.
Sean Hamilton, we all know Sean.
All the famous people from EKU football.
I don't want to call Sean famous, but maybe
he's getting there.
If he's talking to me, he might turn famous.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, just some really cool people out here having fun, celebrating EKU football, and everything that kind of culminates with this event. The food is about to be served.
Oh.
We're about to go off the air, which is perfect because we can grab a drink, grab some barbecue, and just kind of mingle ourselves with some really cool EKU football supporters.
I mean, like I said, you see the greats, the coaches, the fans, former players, all that out here. And you just get to have a good Friday night with friends, too, and all the good stuff. So if you're a sports fan, especially EKU football, you got to get out next year. I promise it'll be great.
Well, here's the thing about Chenault Vineyards as well. Let's give them some credit. This is really a beautiful place. I used to come out here last weekend and enjoyed some pizza and some drinks out there at the Welcome Center. They had some live music. But if you're looking to host an event, whether it be a wedding or a party, I mean, a Christmas parties, Christmas dinners, those type of things, if you're looking to just have a big get-together, look what's going on behind us. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a better place to do it at than Chenault Vineyards.
I mean, I've never been here before, but they've got the music, all the Maker's Mark things, the fountain, the table set up inside, a bunch of stuff's going on. We had, like we said, the food, drinks out here. I mean, I cannot believe that more things aren't happening like EKU football like this. Maybe an EKU basketball thing can start happening out here. Who knows, but a great place to do it. Awesome environment, beautiful night. It was cold earlier, not anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of warmed up for us.
And it'll probably even be bigger next year, really.
Yeah. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We'll step aside one more time. We'll come back. We'll close things out here on the broadcast live at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event celebrating EKU football at Chenault Vineyards. Back here at the 2024 Suits for Seniors event, John Burford from Jack Burford Chevrolet here with us. And John, an event like this is just so awesome to be a part of. And you see so many people come out just mingling around and enjoying, celebrating EKU football for a really good cause tonight.
Yeah, it's a great night, for great cause. The guys that play and they work hard, graduate, get free suits, and being involved with all this is really cool. And it's a great send-off to some of these kids to have a chance for interviews, so on and so forth. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of good people here, and it's a nice night.
You have been a part of this in the job fair aspect for a while as well, and you've actually had a couple of guys come work for you as part of the job fair.
Yeah, my finance manager, Zach Ferris, we recruited him at the job fair. He started washing cars and moved up really quick. And, my daughter and a couple of ladies in the office, they were at the job fair today. They said they had 5 really good candidates. And, athletes are good people to have on your team because they understand working together, the concept of teamwork. And so it makes it really nice having people that have been conditioned to understand that it takes everybody to be successful.
We had Coach Wells on earlier. I know you guys have a good relationship as well. What do you think it means to have a guy like Coach Wells, who not only is a great coach, a great leader, but he's a hell of a salesman as well? And when you've got a guy like that, he can do a lot of things to help build the program. And I think it's just good to have those relationships with guys like you, Chuck Harden, Rodney Davis, and to be able to kind of help spread the word about EKU football through the community.
Yeah, and I think the thing that people need to realize with our program is that, we've been through COVID. We've got kids that have been playing 5, 6, 7 years. You got portal, you got all these things. And when Coach Wells came in, things were in transition. Everything was shut down the first year. So, he's just really getting time, even though he's been here, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. You gotta understand that a couple of those years were not normal. So, but he's great in the community. He's a hell of a guy. He just bought a new truck from me, so that's a good thing. But he's really good in the community. He understands the part of looking at kids that go to high school in Madison, Madison Central, Madison Southern, giving them a chance, whether it be scholarship or a walk-on, preferred walk-on. So he's just a great ambassador for the town and the university.
One more time, he's got 4 more vehicles to both of you to catch up with me, and then he'll be right there.
Well, we'll give him a marker. How's that?
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. I know Samantha's probably in there trying to find something to spend some money on at the silent auction. So
I guarantee you if they've got something to buy, she'll be involved in that. So.
Well, thank you for talking to us. Dawson, come back over here. We're going to wrap things up.
All right. Thank you.
It's a really cool event, right?
All right. Yes,
we'll see you later.
All right.
Yeah. It's John Burford from Jack Burford Chevrolet. Again, a big part of this event with the job fair and everything else, Dawson. We're going to wrap things up here, but this event is really kind of just getting started.
Oh, man, the food's just now getting served. We're going to see the line come out here in a second, and more people are starting to gravitate outside now that the sun's out, and it's not too cold, so it's going on all night. I mean, it's going to be a great event.
Special thanks to Walt Wells for having us out here again. Second year we've done the live stream and been able to kind of just show off all the amazing people that are out here hanging out and just doing so many different things with Suits for Seniors. Yeah. The job fair, the dinner here tonight, the drinks. It's all a big celebration for EKU football. Folks, you want to be a part of this.
Yes.
Go online and you can learn more information about this event. Search Suits for Seniors at EKUsports.com and find more information about it. We're going to wrap things up here before somebody gets hurt.
They're stumbling around already, so it's getting really nice out here.
Thanks to Gage Hill, our producer. He's Dawson Rule. I'm Michael Watkins. We're going to recap this event, the spring game, and so much more Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. So be sure to tune in for that. Dawson, a fun night tonight. We're going to go have fun ourselves, and we'll see you next time. We've been broadcasting live from the 2024 Suits for Seniors event at Chenault Vineyards.